For 65 years, this child had no name. On February 25th, 1957, in a wooded corner of Philadelphia, a college student found a cardboard box. Inside was a boy, beaten, starved, abandoned. 400,000 flyers went out with his face on them. Not one person came forward, but in 2022, a piece of technology that didn't exist in 1957 finally answered the question no detective ever could. To understand how a name can stay buried for 65 years, we need to go back to that cold February morning. Fox Chase, Philadelphia. A student checking muskrat traps along Susquehanna Road noticed something strange in the underbrush. A cheap bassinet box, wedged in the brambles. Inside was a boy, no older than 6, naked, wrapped in a faded plaid blanket. His hair had been crudely hacked short, clumps still clinging to his bruised shoulders. Investigators worked the case with everything they had. Fingerprints, dental records, even a facial reconstruction. Nothing matched, no missing child report fit. It was as if this boy had simply never existed on paper. Everything seemed like it would stay that way forever, until DNA science caught up to the mystery. For decades, standard DNA testing, the kind used in courtrooms every day, simply couldn't work on this case. The boy's genetic material had degraded too much. 65 years in the ground does that. Picture the scene. A small vial of bone fragment, barely enough material to test once, let alone the dozens of times earlier decades of technology would have required. Every attempt at identification hit the same wall. But here is where the story takes a turn nobody expected. In 2021, forensic genealogists tried something new. A technique built for cases exactly like this one, called forensic investigative genetic genealogy. The world had accepted this boy would stay nameless forever. The reality was that the answer had been sitting in his DNA the entire time. Science just hadn't caught up to read it yet. Genealogists uploaded his profile to genetic databases, tracing distant relatives on his mother's side, then cross-referencing birth records. On December 8, 2022, Philadelphia police said his name out loud for the first time. Joseph Augustus Zarelli, born January 13, 1953, 4 years old when he died. His parents were already gone by the time his name came back. But somewhere out there, brothers and sisters who never knew what happened to him were still alive to hear it. Here's the detail most coverage leaves out. Joseph wasn't buried alone. In the same cemetery plot area, 8 other unidentified bodies still wait for the same answer. A girl, an infant, several adults, found across 3 decades, never claimed, never named. The exact same technology that gave Joseph his name back is now being used on all of them. This isn't just a 1957 cold case. It's proof that unsolvable is a word technology keeps rewriting, and there are more names still waiting underground. For 65 years, he was called America's Unknown Child. Now he has the name he was always supposed to have. If a story like this deserves to be told in full, help us find the next one. Next time on Shadow Chronicles, we uncover a case where the evidence was found and then made to disappear.